Chaps, welcome back. Oh god, man, I'm still gutted about losing Cole Jung. That was friggin' disappointing. Who did we add last? I think it was Wushrog. I have no idea what I'm going to do with Wushrog. He's going to have nice melee defense, he'll have decent fatigue. Melee skill is terrible. 40 ranged skill with 1 star will put him comparable to the other archer that has 33 ranged skill and 2 stars. So I could make him another archer, but again, he won't be a great archer. The fact that he's quick with extra initiative kind of maybe makes me think, is this one of our shield breakers? A quick, dodgy shield breaker. Because, I mean, if he uses an axe, he gets extra damage on a hit to the head. I don't need more backline guys, I need more frontline guys. I'm going to put down not sure because the team composition is a bit of a mess right now, if I'm honest. Okay, we've got a Wushrog already, so who's next then? Benok. I need to figure this out, so hang on. So backline, ninja, archer, ninja. We got too many ninjas. One of the ninjas needs to become something else, but unfortunately already given shield specialist to some of them. There's Ichibum Ninja and there's Vanthorn. Which of these two is going to be a better ranged weapon using ninja? I think I gotta go with Vanthorn. With an Ichibum Ninja we can change to a frontline role. He's a shield specialist, he's got quick hands. We could make him a taunter. He'll have nice defense, but I'll start throwing points in the defense. I don't know, man. Ironjaw is good, he'll resist injuries. Their fatigue is identical. Okay, well, for the moment, I mean, once I get a two-handed axe, then we can change this up a bit. But for now, this setup is probably fine. 6 and 6. I don't know what to do with Benok. I feel like he'd make a good shield breaker, of which I would need 2. I mean, the ninjas are interesting, but they kind of don't fit. But am I recording? I am. I suppose I could treat the ninjas pretty much as like secondary archers. So they'll have thrown weapon specialization, but they can still use a bow in the beginning until the enemies close in. And when you're in those long protracted archery battles, they can shoot at the front line. Although they won't be shooting at enemy archers, which is really what I need. I just want to try him out. The short-sighted optimist. I mean, we did just lose our bannerman, so he would make an excellent bannerman. But if I buy this guy now, then I'm broke. We would have to sell a bunch of stuff. So what can we sell for 300 gold to justify getting that? I think the hooked blade can go. We don't need the hooked blade. I definitely want to hang on to this Speetum, but I mean, who's going to be using it really? And hell, in one more battle, Vanthorn is going to switch over to ranged weapons. He won't be using his Speetum. 4 swords, 5, 6, 7, 8 swords. So one of these swords can be sold. Don't need this armor, that can go. Oh, God, you're killing me, Battle Brothers. Why couldn't I have got stats and resolve? Short-sighted, so his 2 stars in range skill are frickin' useless. 2 stars in defense are nice, but I don't particularly need another frontline lad. Although actually I do need more frontline lads. I think we're going to mark Benark as a shield breaker. But what does the frontline look like? Raider, Raider, Axe-Flail Raider, Duelist, Sword Raider. Not sure about the Duelist, honestly. I clearly don't need 3 ninjas. I think we decided that Chibam Ninja either need to retire him or switch him to a frontline role. Roger the Cultist. He's got decent fatigue, he's got decent defense. He could be the other shield breaker. I mean, on the plus side, we're not going to have to put any stats into resolve. He's got almost the 50 that he needs. He can get Colossus straight away, so we don't have to put points into hit points leveling him up. But every single level I can take fatigue, melee defense, and melee offense. So he could actually be a decent sword raider. His melee skill is not going to be great. I suppose we can start calling them Zweihanders. We know he'll eventually use a 2-handed sword. Aha! Another Alex Nestorov. Another veteran of many campaigns. Welcome back, Alex. So it's kind of Ichibam Ninja and Van Thorn that really don't fit in right now. I'm just going to have to figure something out with Ichibam Ninja. Shrog is going to level up pretty damn quick on his ranged skill. Eventually it'll look like this. It'll be Archer, Ninja, Ninja, Archer. But I think I want 3 ranged fighters. 2 Archers, 1 Ninja, Sergeant, Bannerman, 7 guys up front. We're still looking for a Bannerman. Ichibam Ninja would be a pretty poor Bannerman because he doesn't have a ranged defense, he doesn't have stars in resolve. The brain damage would actually help amplify that, but not by much. I think I mark him as a taunter, but we hang on to him because then if someone up front dies, he can then take their place. Okay, we've got some rejigging of the team to do coming days. Probably better off finding work if I head back south again. Okay, so Tobit Schlangenrider and Alex Jones Duelist, strongest men in the outfit by some measure, are apparently undertaking something of a competition to see who is the better. You watch as they carry enormous stones from one side of an ad hoc competitive ground to the other. Then they take turns seeing how far they can throw these very stones. Then they roll the stones up a nearby hill. Then they see who can completely bury a stone the fastest. All in all, there are a lot of heavy stones being jostled about, and by the end of the festive affair both men are completely exhausted. Even without a winner, the time-honored tradition of moving rocks around to no real end has improved the men's morale. The time-honored tradition of moving rocks around to no real end. So if I think of the last 20 days, I'm very disappointed with how little money we've made, but it's been a pretty tough few weeks. Hope we can turn that around now. But I mean, I've got 12 lads. We can focus just on making cash now. Wonder if I shouldn't clear out this Viper's Den. If they still have just poachers, I think it's decent. It's a decent bet. I think it's at many raiders though, which is a little scary. But if those poachers have... Okay, good. So some poachers, many raiders, like 8 raiders. We've got some low-level lads up front. I reckon we do it. We need the money. There's some thugs, a few marksmen. I fucking hate it when the game does this. It just changes it up. Now, that actually makes me want to fight this even more at night, because the thugs will kill easily. The marksmen will fight at night just to limit their effectiveness. But then that bandit leader is quite a big get for us, because hopefully then we can stab him down. Abaoshi, the throwing weapons I don't think are going to be that useful because it's at night, so it's only going to be Ilandarion who'll be able to shoot well. Abaoshi, you sit this one out. Ichibam Ninja. Stick, dagger, 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 stick. That's probably too many sticks. Dagger, 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 and dagger. I think nets are going to be pretty important here. It does mean that Van Thorn and Ichibam Ninja will have to throw their nets before they can start attacking, but then we can get away with that. Ooh, poisoned oil, that could be pretty good for softening these nerds up, but nah. Okay lads, good luck. Some thugs, a few marksmen. Let's hope it's only 2. It could be as many as 3. And let's hope for some nice heavy armor on that leader and a tier 3 weapon. Okay, crossbows. That's actually really good for us, the way that they've moved up now into height disadvantage. This is exactly why you wait until night time to fight against marksmen. Okay, that's disappointing. Shitty armor he's wearing. Well, that's better than anything we currently have, so I suppose it's fine. Now, how do we kill this raider as quick as we can? I don't think it's worth putting shields up. We'll just do our best to kick his ass as much as we can. Now, who's a bigger threat here? I think this lad with the sword is a bigger threat. Okay, so go there. Ninja goes there. I need to go here. Shit. Okay, change of plan. Net these guys. Now Kremenko, if he stays up here, what's going to happen? This dude will go up here to attack him, but I think maintaining the high ground here is more important. There, I go here. Good. I think taking that spot's a mistake because this raider will use split and hit us both. Chibam Ninja. I don't think I put Ilandari on there because then he's in range of both of these two nerds. Ultimately, I think we ignore the marksman for the moment. The 14% chance, 5% chance. These two are the biggest threats right now. Yeah, that's a problem as well. Good, that's exactly what I was hoping for. And then waste time throwing ranged weapons at us. Hit there would have been wonderful. I think we have a better chance of killing this Brigand Raider. His armor is more damaged. Yes, Benok. 255% hits. Welcome to the Battle Brothers. Drowned men. Come on, hit. Oh, there we go. Right now. Yes. I'll drop the dog. I don't think so, because this raider can kill the dog in a single turn. Go, Silius Sodus. Well done, mate. Ah! Damn it, boys! Killing me. 42% chance. I reckon that's worth a try. Lucky bastard. Owie! I don't mind that he riposted at all. It's just one less swing of a sword. If he had attacked twice on Alex, it would have been a real problem. You get fucked. Great work, Andarion. I think that was fairly safe despite the riposte, because it's plus accuracy sword together with height advantage. Very nice. I'm telling you, man, getting these pikes and speetums early on has just been amazing for this campaign. It shows if you get a chance in the early game, it's definitely worth spending the money on those, you know, quote-unquote high-end weapons. I think it's a mistake if you fall into the trap of spending all your money just on armor almost immediately. You're not getting away, mate. Give me that armor. Get him, lads. Get him. So it's not over yet, but this was a comparatively easy mission, I'd say. I'm very impressed with the speetums. They're very nice weapons, but I don't seem to find much utility in the spear wall ability that it gives you. I mean, it just feels like a lot of the time I would just rather be doing the straight up damage than going to hold enemies at bay. I mean, when I do use the spear wall, it's against Nachtzers, and in that case, a front line with spears is usually good enough. Which reminds me, I need to get some. I need at least one mace specialist. I don't know who I'm going to give that to. I don't have anyone with good enough melee accuracy. If I get someone with nice fatigue, good melee skill, but then no points in melee defense, I tend to make them a mace specialist. I mean, these are all low percentage chance to hit, but I mean, worth a try, because you see how his morale shatters so quick when you stab him. Enoch, you can sit back. Yeah, off you go, mate. Leave your little bandit leader behind. Yes, get fucked. Does look painful, doesn't it? Mail shirts, padded nasal. Nice. And a war brand. $72.5 plus it's 71 accuracy, 30 defense, 15 even without a shield. I think Tobit is the lad who is best placed to try to make use of that war brand. Decent fatigue, and that's even without brawny. Good. Okay, war brand user. When he hits level 6, I think I have to give him underdog though. I'm on the X-Flail Raider. Oh, yeah, I still got such big hopes for this lad. Take all the skills that are defensive first to keep this man alive. Binok. You know what, I may very well just go straight for recover, which is quite odd for me as a first level, but because he's going to need it anyway as a shield breaker, and his primary function now is to break shields. Break shield, recover, let the lads next to him go to work on the target that doesn't have a shield. Jones Duelist. I wonder if he's not better off being a taunter than a duelist, but again, as we said, why not both? Why not both, huh? Frog the Archer. He'll get there. He's still appalling, but he's going to get pretty good pretty quick. The big question is he going to be a quick dodgy archer or a slower archer? I think quick dodgy. So for that then, for a dodgy archer, you want fatigue and initiative to be more or less the same, because your initiative can't be higher than your fatigue. Vanthorn can now switch over to ranged weaponry. That's appalling. Doesn't have mail here. Yep. Bam. Baushi and Vanthorn. 1 accuracy. 4, 5. Not inspiring. Okay. Right, who needs a dagger? Well, we got a nice weapon haul out of that. We got an arming sword and another boar spear. So with all these spears we're carrying, we are in pretty decent shape to be able to take on Nachtears in high numbers. Oh, good lord, look at the food. What did we pick up there? Because we were down to 10. Oh, we picked up a bunch of mushrooms. Some mead. I never actually thought of that before. Like, if you're out in the wilderness and starving and clear out a camp, you're almost always going to get food from the camp. So everything is still quite expensive now. Not paying very good prices. Once we do this mission, it'll get better. I need to just bear in mind, what are we still after? We're after a bannerman, I think. None of my low-level lads have the stats to become a good bannerman. So we're shopping for a bannerman. Of course, we need to buy hunters to become proper archers, but I'm half tempted to have my 3 ranged guys. Eventually the formation will look like this. You'll have these 3 with sergeant, bannerman, 7 up front, and then they will use a bow, but they will be thrown weapon specialist. And I don't know. I mean, really, you just need to have enough of a ranged weapon threat to make enemy marksmen come towards you at night. Deathly beasts, follow the tracks, hunt down the creatures, fine. Accept. How's morale? Do we need to have a drink? I think we'd do well to have a drink. Let's hope it is wolves. I want more pelts. Well, actually, the direwolves is good, but Nachtears would have been great as well. Excuse me. Yeah, that ought to do it. Quick check of the armor. 100 armor, yeah, fine. I actually want to start farming as many Nachtears as I can. I want to make those Nacht teeth necklaces for the increased resolve. A bunch of our boys don't have very good resolve. %. Yeah, I suppose that's effectively bonus damage. I want to see something. So, okay, so 50% chance to hit. I want to see if that 50% changes once I throw a net onto it. I suspect that it will. Trapped in net 51. Yeah, it's plus 5% for the trapped in net effect. Nice work, Leothan. Good. Do I need to throw a net here? Probably that frenzied one should be netted. I used to struggle so much against direwolves, but what a difference it makes when you have the right tactics in place. I didn't get to test whether the netted effect makes it easier to hit with a bow and arrow, but it must do, because being netted reduces your melee defense by 50%, so I imagine that would extend to ranged defense as well. I'm not going to throw axes, I want to hang on to my ammunition. Well done. Perfect, that was textbook. I could have done with some more wolf pelts though, but that was good. Level ups? Yes, Tobert hits level 6. I might want to just chuck 3 points into resolve, and he's got the 49 that he needs pretty much. Good, because that way I don't have to give him a Nachtseher necklace to get him up to 50. I can give him something else. He's going to have a dog anyways. Righto. Lex Nesterov is Vijhanda. Fine for resolve now. That should have made prices improve. 287. I think I can make profit off of that. I'm not sure what these adrenal glands are actually for though. I haven't actually found a use for them yet. Nor have I found a use for the witch hair. But I'm going to hang on to all that stuff and just see what recipes pop up as I find more and more stuff. I think we're okay for tools. Food is a bit pricey, but I think I have to start collecting throwing weapons. No, I don't, because I'm not going to use 3 ninjas at once. I've got enough throwing weapons here. Now the big decision is, do I start saving my money up by a warbow for my primary archer, or do I use that money to start fishing for hunters to be proper archers? 64 range skill, he's only going to get better. I think it's time to save up for our first warbow. Not have a lot of space. Weapons wise, I think I'm happy with them all using these swords. Hang on, we did say that we wanted, what was his name? Tobert. Using that war brand. The war brand is too good to not have him using it. Is it even worth buying this amber? 287. Where are we heading next? Are we heading to a major city? I'm pretty sure we can squeeze a little bit of profit out of that, but not a whole lot. Even forced, established village. Ah, fuck it. Also, we are way past schedule of working for the nobleman. We need to finish this ambition. Work our way back up to the north. Then we can start doing, hopefully, patrol missions and farming spiders for heads. I want to fight some Unhold now, I'm not so sure. Is this defend from raiding parties, brigands? I'm actually going to give that a try because Unhold, scouring the lands, do it. I want to try one of these defend from baddies missions. Just because I want to see if in the patch notes it has actually been changed properly. They said that they fixed the issue where you wait for days waiting for the bloody things to show up. I think I want the war brand for sure. I want to net these bastards if I can. Poison is good against Unholds as well. Must bear in mind that Unholds, I think you can get them to follow you. It's more than 3, I might have to give up this mission. Okay, it's only 2 of them, good. It's a swamp Unhold though. Good, come here you bastards. I think let's move the formation up to the north. Ah, no! Alex Jones, sorry mate, didn't mean to do that. Right, I think we've got to focus on this one first because Alex Jones is in a bit of trouble there. It's not much damage, but any source of damage on these things is worth it. Net. If these don't have armor, I should instead be using javelins. I think, yeah, these swamp Unholds are the weakest of the 3. I think the swamp are the weakest. Then it's the rock Unholds, and then the winter ones are the most dangerous. Oh, Van Thorn. Fantastic. Standing work, boys. Aoshi, the fuck, dude? What the hell? Oh, outstanding. 2 skull and bones. We can get like 900 gold for those if you get the event in the city where a collector comes to you. Give me some food, please. We're fine for ammunition. Oh, look at that. Honed Windblade, a well-balanced long sword with a double-edged blade. Weapon crafted as well as this one is hard to find. 45 to 50... Look at that, 85% effective against armor. It's only slightly better than a normal sword, but that is an incredible weapon. The three-headed flail I've used before, and it's really interesting. I mean, like, its damage numbers I think are pretty underwhelming, but it's super good to use against very dodgy things like ghosts. I have found it to be most effective when you pair it with someone who has fearsome. I'm pretty sure in the recent patch notes they changed it so that fearsome will only proc once per swing, even if you hit all three, but it at least gives you 3 chances to proc fearsome with doing at least 1 hit point damage. The fighting spear has always interested me. I've always thought of the fighting spear as a decent option for someone who is truly terrible with their melee skill, but you know, give them 20% chance to hit, and 35 to 40 is not bad. If throwing spears... Let's try one, because what I found with the throwing spear is it's very frustrating is that I think you throw it once and it's just gone. It doesn't, you don't get it back at the end of the battle, I think, but I want to be sure of that. So we're going to try at least one throwing spear. What the hell, maybe another one. 114 gold's not bad. Also, that looks like a pilum, like a Roman pilum. It wouldn't have been quite that hooked, but I don't think the Romans used pilums like that. I thought they were used as like a short jabbing spear. Anyway. Then from raiding parties. Sure thing. Now, what are prices looking like here? Looking okay. What do I need to sell? Whoa! The Archie Ninja, the modest monk, enters your tent with a vial in hand. The flask is topped with a bark stopper and a wreath of greenery with berries hanging beneath the leaves. Inside the vial is a goldish liquid sloshing about. Whatever it is, it catches any glimpse of light and seems to capture it and swirl it around. He holds it out. Blessed water, sir, to fight the dead that walk again. You ask if it's a gift from the old gods. He nods. You ask if it's really a gift from the old gods, though. He purses his lips. No, not exactly. The monasteries know how to make it, but it is an ancient recipe protected under penalty of death. Of course. Thank the man for taking such a risk to contribute and tell him to put it in the inventory. Even holy men have tricks of the trade. That's a nice little bonus to monks, and I hope he keeps doing that and doesn't only do that once. So a flask filled with water blessed by a man of the gods can be thrown at short ranges. 3 tiles. 20. Damage of 20 for 3 turns to any undead target hit. There's a 33% chance to hit bystanders. So what I'm hoping this will be good for. Yeah, in the offhand, look at that. I want to, the first time we encounter a ghost, I'm going to throw that holy water at the ghost. Because I wonder whether it's going to roll for an accuracy chance or not, or whether it's a guaranteed hit. Because if it's a guaranteed hit, and especially because it might do splash damage, imagine you have a couple of ghosts in a group together. You potentially hit multiple ghosts. Oh, here they are. Okay, so just some raiders. It would also be great if you could produce more of that holy water at the taxidermist, like if the ghosts left an essence or something, or, you know, even if it's vampire essence. Okay, I'm seeing 2 nice sets of armor there. How are we going to do this? I reckon we send you 4 up there to dagger this guy down, and the rest of us handle these nerds. The 4 AP, 12 fatigue, 49 to 77 to armor, 26 damage to shields, 30% chance to hit. So there's a normal. I wonder if the damage is modified by throwing weapons perk. It should. We'll have to look at the damage numbers if I actually manage to hit a shield. In fact, I want to destroy this guy's shield with Van Thorn to make him daggering him a bit easier. And everyone hang on to your fatigue for now. One, two, he could probably move to that spot. Okay, not so bad, we'll have to knock him down though. Now's when I wish I had a wooden stick to knock this guy on the head, so Hobart needs to go there. Silius goes there. Dolmar goes there. 1, 2, 3. Lex Jones, help down here. The way around. I get to stun this turn. Damn. So 100% chance to hit. That's super interesting. Let's see. So destroyed Brigand Raider's shield. So it didn't tell us whether or not increases. The fact that it's 100% chance to hit is interesting. It seemed like it shouldn't have been that high, but I think it's just because he's a specialist for throwing weapons, height advantage, quite close. So I really like the way that these those throwing spears work, but I'm a little skeptical though about whether I'm going to keep using them because they're only one use. I don't think we'll get them back after the fight. If we do, that's going to be huge for them. Then I'll definitely consider using them. Ow! Fuck! Need to remember that we need to bandage Dolmar, and I'm pretty sure Elanderon has bandages. This is a serious problem here now. Okay, so they forget trying to dagger this guy down. Gotta kill him now. Like. Ah, I forgot to switch Tobit back to his shield. Really making this harder than it needs to be, but I desperately want that guy's armor. Oh! Are we? Why am I, man? Shields are just getting wrecked left and right in this battle. Alex, you need to just hide behind your shield. Hopefully he can survive this fight. Yes, good stab. Beautiful work, boys. Back up buckler, that's why we wear them. And that was only a 53% chance, it's a little disappointing. I wish that his throwing weapons would be more accurate. Good dodging. Very nice. And Darren, I could have sworn he had bandages. I switched them out. Damn. Now I've got no way of treating Delmar's cut artery. I'm gonna wait for these guys to come forward here. This is too dangerous. I don't want to bottleneck them there. Maybe bottlenecking them there is the right thing to do. Ah, fuck, let them come. Wait, is that a kite shield? It is, okay. I'm gonna bother trying to break it then. Great work. It might be worth daggering that dude because that'll get us that armor. Yes, Benok, nice. %. Not even worth it, I don't think. Get him. Turn done. I don't think I want to put Tobit there. Do I? Yeah, fuck. Go for it. It's another longsword we've picked up. Excellent. Got him. Ooh, can I stab from height advantage? I certainly hope so. %, is not worth the chance, is it? 5. Oh jeez, he's reposting. Whoops. 65%. Yeah, let's leave him alone. Yeah, besides, there's enough guys in the back line. You can just stab and get past his riposte. And if you use shield smash, that also gets past riposte. Still reposting. Fine. Hehehehe. 31%, not worth. 20%, not worth. Waste of ammunition. Decent little haul there with respect to weapons and armor. I still feel like we waited awfully long for those brigands to show up. Good, so everyone has at least worn mail. Important. And we're starting to gather a bunch of kite shields. So, steady progress is being made. Level 6, I'll always take footwork. Six Sergeant. Just thinking whether I want to make him heavy armor or light armor and dodgy. 106 initiative is not terrible. I think he's better off with heavy armor. Rotation. Ninja the Taunter, 50 accuracy. I think you need a spear, which is just as well because Benok breaks the shields and these two go to work stabbing. $190, yeah, we can make profit from that. That's cheap ammo. I'm going to take all of it. We also need to make a little trip to a taxidermist to sell all of these bits and pieces of the enemies we are collecting. I think shields wise, let's just hang on to 3 of them. Yeah, 2,200. Good. Good. Poacher. Ooh, strong and tough. Let's check him out. That's so odd that a poacher gets these stat distributions, but this is incredible. I mean, he's tough and strong, melee skill, melee defense, fatigue. Exactly what he's going to be a pretty damn good raider. This could be another axe/flail raider. Who's just very important for our plans now. Shade. So our Taunter is like Itchy Bum Ninja. He's going to see less action, but I'm certainly going to hang on to him still. Just try to keep him alive. That'll be good. Oof, that's so excellent. He's worth a try out because I am still looking for someone who is going to be our bannerman. I'm hoping to find, like, you know, Resolute and stuff like that. Right. Exactly on the hour mark. A good little episode, that. Nice progress made. Where's our 3-star frontline dude? Ah yes, Dalmar. He's reached level 4. He's progressing nicely. As you can see, I've taken both the defensive stats that he needs. On the next level, we'll probably give him footwork. Just give him every chance to stay alive. I don't mind if he doesn't have huge damage output in the beginning. It's all about getting him to level 11. Next, it'll be footwork, then it'll be battle forged, then it'll be recover. Then it'll be brawny, we'll chuck him in super heavy armor. Then it'll be recover. And then only will we take berserk. I don't think we're going to end up taking killing frenzy on him, but hopefully we shouldn't need it. He'll have plenty of damage. As great as killing frenzy is, I see it as a bit of a luxury perk for my frontliners. A Colossus, you got to get the hit points up. And if you don't take Colossus and just level up the hit points every level with the actual stat points, then you have to compromise on fatigue or melee defense, which you just can't do. Okay friends, thanks for watching. Day 56. The first late game crisis is approaching, by the way. We're less than a month away from it potentially starting on day 80, so that is in the back of the mind. Okay chaps, thanks for watching. When we come back, we're going to keep looking for work, hopefully work that'll take us back up north. Just so we can go to Hell's Hovel. I might even, you know what, with the money we have, fuck it, we just ignore all the work. We stop in at every city, and if we get something that says deliver or escort to the north, we'll take it, but other than that, we'll just turn down all the other work. Get to, what was it, Hell's Hovel. Take the work for the Noble's ambition, and then we'll hopefully really start increasing our money input. Okay friends, this has been Battle Brothers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.